can't say this rule. I will say it 7 different ways. Okay, so we're going to evaluate this limit using L'Hopital's rule. What happens if we just plug in 0 for wherever there's x, right? Doing that here, we see sine of 0 minus 0 all over 4 times 0 squared. That's going to equal sine of 0 is 0 minus 0 over 0. That's giving us something that's undefined. So yeah, we need to use L'Hopital's rule here. And what that tells us is this limit as x approaches 0 is really equal to the derivative of this numerator divided by the derivative of this denominator. So taking the derivative of the numerator with respect to x over the derivative of the denominator with respect to x. We keep this limit here as x approaches 0. The derivative of the sine of x is cosine of x. And the derivative of negative x is just negative 1 all over the derivative of 4x squared. This 2 comes down, multiplied by the 4 is 8, minus 1 for the exponent, right? So it just becomes x. So cosine of 0 minus 1 over 8 times 0. Well, cosine of 0 is 1, minus that 1 on top. 8 times 0 is 0. You get 0 over 0 again, another undefined. If this was our starting problem, not up here, if we were just starting with this, we'd kind of have the same thing. We would say, well, let's use L'Hopital's rule to solve. I can't say this rule. I will say it 7 different ways. Limit as x approaches 0. Okay, yeah, and then we're just doing the derivative of the denominator, or I'm sorry, the numerator with respect to x over the derivative of the denominator with respect to x. The derivative of cosine is going to be negative sine, right, of x. The derivative of negative 1 is just 0, so that's it for the numerator, over the derivative of the denominator with respect to x. Derivative of 8x is just 8. So this is now what we have using L'Hopital's rule one more time. Let's go ahead and plug in that 0 for x and see if we can evaluate for that limit. This is going to be negative sine of 0 over 8. Now, sine of 0 is 0 over 8, which tells us that this is just going to be 0. 0 over something is 0. 0 over 0 is undefined. So it's okay to have 0 as an answer. When you have undefined, that's kind of where you need to pivot and figure out something else because you can't end up with that. When we evaluate this limit ultimately using L'Hopital's rule, the limit as x approaches 0 is going to equal 0. And that is how I would show my work for this problem. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. If there are any steps in here, maybe derivatives that you didn't understand, the explanation behind L'Hopital's rule, any questions you have at all, leave a comment. I will do my best to answer them. If you found this helpful, please like, tell a friend, share, maybe your classmates need help with this too. And if you want more help like this in the future, please subscribe. Thank you so much.